Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 216.
216.
And newsflash, hot off the presses. We got some stuff for our people.
Some very exciting stuff.
Some very exciting stuff. We just only, maybe an hour ago, 2 hours ago, got the information from Bandai about the November and some December release kits. So do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, let's
go into detail. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is December's big release. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
The MG Psycho Zaku Ver.Ka Thunderbolt version. And this guy is
amazing, no?
Massive. Now, I'm thinking, given the price point, they listed it as MSRP of 9,000 yen. That's Sasabi size. The MG Sasabi.
Well, he has a big rocket.
He has that big booster in the back. Now, it looks like you're going to get a stand just to hold the booster, but also a stand to hold the kit as well, similar to the full armor Thunderbolt. And this thing is loaded with gimmicks as well. So it's going to have the arms that come out of the backpack, some of the HG. All the doors in the chest are going to, I guess, open up so you can see inside there. It's going to have the joint covers that we just did a little tutorial on Gunpla TV. And claws in the feet and just whole piles of weapons there.
That's
like,
nuts.
Like 3-4 bazookas.
Yeah, so he's going to have the arms there to hold all the bazookas.
Be prepared to spend your New Year's holiday assembling bazookas.
I love the stand.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's crazy.
When it's so big, it needs to hold up its back end with a stand. Yeah, and it looks like it's probably going to have water slide markings the same as all the new version Kas do. So that is December, so you got 3 months to save your penny. Okay, normally they release 2 months in advance,
Christmas.
But this is 3 months in advance, so that's right. We have the new HGCE, or Revive, the Strike Freedom. We saw that at Gunpla Expo. That is coming in November as well. Looks like it's going to be all new design based on that Revive type of series. And of course, it's going to come with the beam saber blades and the rifles that can combine. So it looks really good. For build fighters, Hono, build fighters try Hono. We have the Glacier. What is it? The Transient Gundam Glacier.
It looks interesting.
Looks interesting. Yeah. And it does say that there's going to be some accessories for it in Hobby Japan magazine coming soon. So when we get that information, we'll pass that along to everybody. Now at the Gunpla Expo and the model show before that, Shizuoka, they hinted at the new RE100, and they said they would announce it through their mail magazine on the 25th. Well, they did announce it, but now we actually have official information about it. And the new RE100 that they were so secretive about is the Bawoo. A lot of people love the Bawoo, and until now, the only way you can get it is in HG.
Yeah, no, it looks really...
It's going to be massive. It's going to be big, and it looks like it's going to be able to split into its two forms.
Wow, but the price point is pretty good.
Yeah, that's the thing with the RE100. You're not getting so much in the way of frame plastic, but that means they can produce these bigger kits for the lower costs. Also, we have a new Origin HG kit. It is the early type Guncannon. Looks good. I love all the
totally
Origin
retro.
kits. Yeah, totally retro, and it looks like he's going to be able to go down and onto his stomach and do the belly flop gunfire there. Looks good. Figurized bust. Now, we saw this at the Gunpla Expo.
People said a lot about the bust.
People said a lot about the bust on the Figurized bust. This is a December release as well. So they're releasing this information now, but it is coming out in December. And it is going to feature a little gimmick, whereas you can take the jacket off of her.
Just the jacket?
Just the jacket, sorry. Okay. Sorry, if you want that other crazy stuff, you gotta look at our figures we sell on our website.
Gotta pay a bit more.
Pay a bit more for some of those things.
I mean, I looked at what you and Todd put together for one of these busts.
Yeah.
And actually, it looks really good. The detail in the face is really good.
Especially the eyes and the layered injection that they have. So I'm sure that's why everybody's getting the Fumina Hoshino for the layered injection. Now, Iron Blood Orphans, the new series starts next month, I believe.
Yep.
They've been releasing bits and pieces of information.
So these are all unnamed?
Unnamed. Well, they've actually kind of assigned these ones. So we've got, I guess it's called Io Frame. Now, we don't know if that's the real name or not. These are just HGs. And we've got the Geireru. This is based on the Gray's frame. And then below that, we're going to have another option set. I believe this is number 6. It's going to come with extra weapons and everything else. But we saw these as well. The new 1/100 kits from IBO.
Yeah, this looked really, really good.
It looks good, and I think they're trying to rebrand it. Because before it was just 1/100 and then all the IBO kits.
Yeah.
Now it's called 1/100 Full Mechanics. So it looks like it's the same thing with just rebranding.
So it's full of mechanics?
Yeah, it has the realism frame. That's what they call it, the realism frame. So just like the kits, I'm imagining, you get to assemble the frame and then slap that armor on there.
You were pretty impressed with the frame.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun to slap the frame on and then get a completely different kit and see what you can like swap and keep it together. The frame looks a little more detailed on these new ones.
Yeah.
And it's looking like they have a lot more in the way of design, because these things are now going to be 3,000 yen as opposed to 2,000 or 2,500 yen. So there's something else going on in there, but we're not going to know quite sure what they're doing with this frame until we get it in our hands. But that's in a couple months' time. So we'll do a build on the show probably. One thing though, Ryan, that I didn't notice, I noticed not noticing when I was flipping through these pages, is there's no RG Star Build Strike Full Build Strike.
Wasn't
full
that
package
coming in December?
Well, I thought it said winter when we were at the expo.
Yeah.
Winter. So my thinking is that it's going to be January. January they tend to release the RGs, like the RG Wing came last year, the Wing EW. So that's technically winter. So it will go, November is the Bawoo, December is the MG Psycho Zaku, and then January would probably be the RG. So it's going to be a stacked few months, but
that's good. I mean, I'm glad to see these kids.
Yeah, of course.
I'm really glad.
I'm always glad to see new RE100s, MGs, and RGs. Yeah. Makes my day. Makes my quarter. Okay, so I'm sure Todd and I will talk about these more.
Yes, should I call Uncle Todd?
Yeah, you want to call Uncle Todd in here?
Hey, Todd! Get over here!
All right, Todd.
Yeah,
it's Todd time.
Todd time.
Todd time. So, yeah, Ryan and I already went through the new releases for November.
Yeah, it's going to be some exciting months ahead.
That's right. 2 months' time, we'll start to see that stuff. And of
New
course,
Iron-Blooded Orphan series and whatnot.
And then, of course, comes December and the big kits that they usually have. So we'll get more info on that soon enough. Okay, so what do you have there?
I have from Active Raid, it's the Elf Sigma.
The Elf Sigma, that's right. Elf, Greek letter E, whatever
Right,
it is.
right. It's looking rather snazzy.
It is looking pretty cool. I've got the Astaroth Origin.
Okay.
Or as I call him, the Amazing Red Astaroth.
Oh.
Yeah, you see what I did there. I'll talk about this guy and what he can do, but I'm going to do it after you do yours. How's that sound?
Okay, I get to go first.
All right.
Alright, so I finished my Active Raid Elf Sigma.
All right.
So this is from that anime, Active Raid.
Yeah.
Now, just because I was building this, I mentioned last week that I had actually never seen that anime.
Okay.
So I figured I'm building this kit, so I might as well. While I'm building it, I should actually watch the show. So I went ahead, I watched the first episode. Mm-hmm. It's not so bad. I guess it's kind of your typical.
Yeah.
Your typical what you would expect, pretty much. But it had some pretty interesting mecha suit designs, I thought. And now we get a kit of it. And this is also, I should mention, this is the Figurized Standard.
That's right.
So before, there was the other Figurized series. How many years ago was that?
5, maybe.
A while ago. But those were more like master grades, right?
Yeah, they were.
So I
they even have the MG logo on the box.
Right. I never built one of those. I was never too interested in the subjects. Mm-hmm. But I guess they've gone back to the Figurized, but they figured, well, we're not going to do master grades, but let's do something more high grade. Mm-hmm. So if you've ever built a high grade Gundam kit, you are good to build one of these.
Okay.
Because basically, they are pretty similar.
All right.
Alright, so let's have a look at this kit, shall we? Now you'll notice this kit is standing on a stand.
Yeah,
so they give you one of the free stand bases.
Okay.
That I think we started seeing this style one with those build fighter kits.
Yeah.
So these stands work pretty well. Mm-hmm. But there's a reason they give you a stand with this kit. Let me take him off.
Stand, right?
He doesn't stand too well. There we go.
Oh, you got it.
All right. So he can stand, but I would say anything larger than a magnitude 2 is going to knock... I'm talking about earthquakes. Anything larger than a magnitude 2 earthquake, this guy is going to go flying.
Is that how we judge our stability of model kits in Japan? Magnitude 2, magnitude 3?
It's a good possibility. It's my new measurement standard. Can he withstand a 5?
That's
No
right.
way.
That's
He's
right.
going to be flying off that shelf onto the floor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we did have a 5 last week, though.
Okay.
But only you don't feel it so strong here. But anyway, back to the kit.
Yes.
All right. So, looking at this kit, he's got some nice style. And you kind of notice just looking at the joints, this isn't like a giant robot that they're making a small kit of. And after I watched the anime, I realized what this is. In the anime, the character kind of goes into some special room inside of this police train that they ride on. And some rings encompass his body, and voila, he's magically suited up into this suit. Well, actually, that's not true. After the rings get put on his body, they shows him going into some hall, and some armor just gets slapped onto the guy. So
Sounds legit.
sounds legit. So this is actually like human size, not like the regular Gundams that are really
18
huge,
meters
but they
tall.
get shrunken down. But the size is about the same as an HG kit, and more on that later. Alright, so, also, you don't have a usual backpack. I wanted to mention this. Instead, you have these rings around the arm they're planted underneath the arms here, and they just get fastened under there. So instead of a backpack, you have these rings, and all of the equipment is just kind of stuck on here. So that kind of makes them a bit back heavy too.
Okay.
So they just plug right in. So that's kind of, I thought that was kind of nifty. A bit of a new design, a departure from regular Gundam kits. But you have the usual side skirts, you have the usual back tail, and the other parts. Now, so a question that some people will probably be having about articulation of this, because this is a bit different than a regular HG. It's like an HG, but a bit different. But how does he move? So, let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so he can't exactly stretch out his legs.
That's mostly because of the side skirts now.
Mostly because of the side skirts, but we can actually test that. Let me pull this off. There we go. Maybe
a little bit more.
A little bit more. You're getting close.
Okay.
The legs have pretty good motion, I think. You have your usual kind of ball joint there going on in the hip. The legs can bend
Oh, that's pretty good.
pretty good. The foot has this is a really simple ball joint they have for the foot, so the feet, there's really nothing special going on there. Whoops.
Okay.
And the arms, yeah, that's one thing also you'll notice. These rings, as soon as I touch them, they really kind of
I was wondering about
fly
that.
off easily. So if you're wanting to play around with this guy, yeah, you're gonna have to be picking up parts a lot. Because also the pieces that are attached to the ring, the attachment point isn't very sturdy.
Okay.
It just kind of barely slides on, and that's all there is to it. That's all the attachment to it. So articulation with the arms is going to be a bit tricky, just because those rings are kind of gonna get in your way.
I guess you could just cement the rings in place. And
You probably could just do that if you really wanted to. Another thing I wanted to mention is this kit has no polycaps.
Really?
Really.
So the foot.
The foot, nothing. It's just, the foot is basically just this.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
This
Yeah.
joint is just shoved into the hole on the foot,
And in the foot as well. Yeah.
and that's
not,
it.
Not uncommon.
So no polycaps at all for this kit. It's all of that usual Bandai plastic. The joint for the arm is pretty much the same. You have your usual, I just pulled it all the way out of the arm, but that's okay. Your usual thing here. So it's very similar. You see this style on a lot of the HG kits nowadays. So it all just kind of plugs right in, but it doesn't need the polycaps. The plastic they have for this works pretty well. There you go. Alright, since I have this off, this is a good time for me to show you guys the weapons.
Alright.
Alright, so now the weapons, they do kind of get stored on the back there. Alright, let me get this guy back on his stand. Because There we go. That works better. They give you the stand for a reason. Alright, so you get 2 guns. Now this thing that sits on the back, you can actually use the guns. It shows you can have them as like a short barrel type gun.
Yeah.
And just holding it like this. Or if you pull this off the back, there's a little piece, this thing holds it onto the ring. You pull that out, then plug that in.
Okay.
And there you go.
It's massive.
It's massive. You give him a nice, massive rifle.
I noticed the box art he's carrying that massive thing.
Right, and on the box art, he's only got 1, but in the kit, you've got 2.
Nice.
Double the guns, double the fun. Who's that?
Double the fun, double the guns.
Double the
gun,
fun.
Double the fun.
There you go. All right.
Spoken like an American.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
So there you go. So there's that. He's got a nice gun as
I like
far
the
as
design.
weapons go.
The shape.
Yeah, it's the shape. You got other styles here. All right, now, also you have open hands. They give you some open hands. Now, these have that weird hollow on the inside of the hands. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's an HG kit, so that type of stuff is to be expected. And they give you his police badge.
That's what that is.
That's what that is. So he's going to hold up his hand and be like, wait right there, you are under arrest.
And then start firing. Like a Robocop.
And then, yeah, basically. Do I have permission to fire? Go for it. Alright, one more thing I wanted to show you guys. As I
Okay.
was building this kit, I was thinking, wow, this really is just an HG. So, why not bring...
Let's prove it.
Let's prove it. So size-wise, you can kind of take a look. It is pretty much just HG size. And a lot of the parts are common. The common type of connections.
Okay.
So let's do another face-off.
That was well received last week, I felt. The week before.
Ta-da!
Wait a minute. That reminds me of like a Looney Tunes cartoon with like the bird's head on a cat's body or something.
Right,
Yeah.
or
Tweety.
or Beetlejuice. You remember that movie,
Yeah,
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice is a classic.
And they got the tiny head guy. I forget what those were from.
In the clinic or whatever.
Right, in the
Yeah.
clinic scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
All right, but how about this head on the Gundam?
Oh, okay. Now we're getting
There
crazy.
we go.
Hold on a minute.
Hey,
That actually looks really cool.
doesn't it? So even if you were not particularly interested in maybe these figurized kits, the HG kits, because they do share a lot of common kind of connections, you could customize and make your own. Use these parts to build something that looks, I think, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, looks good.
That's great. So that's it. That's
Yeah. I kind of like it. I
the...
kinda
Yeah, I like the head looks good.
Let the customization begin.
I know, that's the whole
It's
thing.
almost the right color too.
Right?
Get some blue and match them up and you're good to go.
Or if you, because it's got those pipes kind of like the Zaku's, maybe you could use something like that. There's the Gunpla is, what?
Gunpla is
Gunpla is freedom.
freedom. That's what you keep saying. There's your example of freedom right there.
There you go. And it's not, doesn't even have to be Gunpla. Just
That's right. Just
now
plow.
figurized
There you go.
stuff too.
Big plus freedom.
So maybe if you had those Dragon Ball kits, you can put,
Yeah,
you
could
have
probably
like
do all
Freya's
that
head
kind of
on
crazy
top
stuff.
of a RX-78.
So let it be written. I dig that. I dig
Oh.
that. Sell that design to Bandai. Sell it back to them.
So back to
I
the.
can, so I can make an anime based on that.
Isn't that
Okay.
cool?
I-
It's nice.
I dig it. I dig it.
You can buy two. You could make this as it is and then use parts
Yeah.
to make customs.
Lots of swapping. Okay, so my turn now?
Maybe.
Cool. I hope so. Because I'm really itching to get onto this kit here.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you know, you built the Astaroth,
Mm.
the very first one. This is
Right,
called the
right.
Origin, but you built the first one. And I'm going to talk about kind of the difference this has, but the similarities it also has. But the things that seem like similarities, but are also differences.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about all that stuff, so give me a second to get everything ready.
All right.
All right, here we are, and we have the Astaroth, the newest Iron-Blooded Orphan kit, but this is a side story kit. And this is called the Astaroth Origin, but there was an Astaroth kit that came before it, originally. And that was this guy, Remember this guy, Todd?
That looks familiar, although I think mine had a bit different look to it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I built this guy last night just to kind of get an idea of how this went together, so I can compare it to how this guy went together. As you can see, there is a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. And you'd think, well, you know, IBO, I'm building an HG. It's just gonna use the same frame, right?
Right.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But actually, you might not be right. Here's let's separate them here. Here is the original Astaroth, original Astaroth. Here's the first Astaroth kit that was released. And when you're building the frame, you have what they call IBO Gundam Frame 1. This is Gundam Frame 1 and Gundam Frame 1.
Okay.
And I think they're supposed to kind of like go together.
At one point they did. And
At one point they did, just to fit in the box. So, okay, all right. And when you're assembling these, you realize the parts all look the same. But then when you pull out your runner, it's also the A runner. It's actually IBO Gundam Frame 4.
4?
So these are the exact same parts, and I felt like I built the same kit twice, but this is Frame 4, and this is Frame 1.
Oh.
Yeah, they're throwing us for a loop. And then the other frame that came with the Astaroth kit is the D runner. It just says Astaroth. And then Origin Astaroth, you got this one, which says Gundam Astaroth Origin. So they separate these parts here, but the basis of the frame, well, all the parts they are the same. They come on different runners. Oh. Are you confused?
I am.
I am kind of confused as well. I don't need to go into too much detail about this, because you already have.
Yep.
So I can talk more about this. As of course, you see stickers on the feet. You don't actually have a lot of the same stickers. You are putting a lot of stickers on, but they're just not the same as the original Astaroth. I'm going to confuse everybody out there.
Yeah.
So let's put this guy to the side for now. I have to admit, though, that I like the red guy better.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That style looks a lot.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's cool. Now, so of course it has the same frame, it has the same articulation. We've already shown those kind of things. There is something different about this kit, which I'm sure everybody wants to see. But before we get to that, we have to talk about weapons, because the Astaroth originally came with this crazy thing.
Oh, I remember that thing well.
Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, and I was waiting for 100
to her.
100 scale.
Yes, and yeah, isn't there with the Hobby Japan magazine some Astaroth parts coming as well?
December there was. I think issue December was coming with some parts. Was that for the Astaroth?
I believe so. I'll have to check it out, and we'll put the link up if it is. So as you can see, this guy's got this massive weapon.
Yeah.
Even taller than that guy. But for weapons for this guy, well, he gets a little crazier. I'll throw this out here.
Oh, he gets even crazier?
Yeah, Astaroth gets a machine gun rifle and a knife, right? Yeah. This guy, okay, here's how it goes. Who's got the shotgun? This guy's got the shotgun.
Oh, man.
And you even have a part for the hand, which you can use to hold the shotgun. But unfortunately, they don't give you an extra armor part for the hand. So you have to take it off.
You're gonna have to swap that red.
I know, this really irks me. Like, really? I can't just pop the whole ball joint out. I have to pop the ball joint out, pull off the red part, put the gun in its new hand, put the red part back on, and then pop the thing on there. But once you do all that, who's got the shotgun? He's got the shotgun. But I'm going to take it off because there's something even cooler about it. Which means I just have to put the hand back that I just took off. Damn you, Bandai. Just give me one more red part.
I know.
And this part and the part on the other hand are the same, so they could just give me a third one. Everything would have been that much simpler. So I'll put... Actually, I'm probably just going to leave the armor piece off because I got some more stuff to show. It is pretty cool. But... Okay, so there's the shotgun. Now let's talk about the next weapon. You ready?
Okay.
This is actually the next weapon. It's called the sledgehammer.
Ooh.
But it's actually a sword.
Oh.
Not as big as this sword.
Yeah.
But it's not a sledgehammer, that other sword. Look at that thing. Now this has this little bar here. You can just put it there like that. And you can hold it like this. You can walk around with it. I guess that's kind of cool. Right? Of course you can put this part in his hand here. Like so. And it is pretty heavy. And I don't need that because I got this part. Check out this little adapter they give you at the bottom of this arm. You can actually put it around this loop and put it in his hand.
Okay.
And then this guy is good to go. Check that out.
Oh.
I got no problems with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Sledgehammer. Don't sue me. Okay, so we'll take those off there because there's something else I want to show you regarding this sledgehammer, which I think is pretty cool. And it also works with the shotgun.
Oh.
It's got the shotgun. Okay, so put this piece back in there. I guess I can put this on here because I'm not going to use it right now. Boop. Okay, next thing I got to show you is that my sledgehammer and my shotgun can go together if I have this adapter.
Ooh.
So what you do is you plug, I guess it's this part in here like this. And you have this little tab here, so you're going to plug this on here as well. I guess I can go like that. I guess I could turn it around if I really wanted to as well.
Unless he's
No,
going to
this
fire
way.
at himself?
I think it goes like this. There you go. Now, or maybe I just got, maybe I had it like this now. Right. Now this has this thing right here, so I can actually just mount it to the side skirt. And there it is.
Okay.
Now he is just kind of gonna hang out, looking badass
Yeah.
with all these weapons. But wait.
No.
Yeah.
There's
There's
more.
more.
Oh man.
Let me take this off because I want to show you. So this skirt part comes off, no biggie. Right. I want to show you that this guy has like, what do they call it? A flight mode?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, the Hikoki. Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
He's getting
Yeah.
ready to fly.
So basically, I'll show you this one here. You can just flop that up like so.
Alright, so you got the tail.
The tail's up. Turn these around. Or turn these down. Tilt up. And open. Shoot.
Ooh.
Alright. Nothing terribly fancy. Tilt up. Open. And then this thing.
That transformation.
Check out that transformation. I don't think these actually like plug in. They're not meant to like snap in here as far as I can tell.
But you can just line
But
them
they
up.
kind of do line up if all the joints are pushed in properly and stuff. So trying to get the symmetry right here. So I do sometimes feel that the shoulders are just going to pop right out, but they never do unless I really pull hard on it. But there you go. He's flying. He's flying. So wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to actually, they tell me this in the manual or on the side of the box or something. You can pull off these pieces here, which just leaves you with this kind of backpack, right?
He's going to fly without the
Right.
tail?
Well, you know, what I want to do is I want to show you that I can kind of swap backpacks.
Ooh.
Maybe I should put these wings down a little bit here. Alright. Sorry, your V-fin came off. I'm sorry. Okay. So I can put backpacks on. They tell you, oh, you know, check out these two holes. This is where these go, but you can swap backpacks. So I guess I could take the Astaroth backpack, but that's not fun. I brought in something else here
What's that?
that I'm going to use. And, you know, this has the same kind of connection. So I will put that on there like that. So rather than, you know, having this thing on his back, I can decide, well, maybe I just want to, you know,
rock it around?
yeah, maybe I'll rock it around and just use my wings here to get around. There you go. Check that out.
Looks nice.
Yeah, the Astaroth Origin is pretty cool. But wait.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. You can see, you know, with the ability to swap, you can change your backpacks on your Astaroth.
Whoa, wait. Hold
Yeah.
on, Sid.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah.
But, isn't that my Ver.Ka?
It's not. If I can make it back to your desk before you do.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyway, quit interrupting me because people are really interested
All right,
in what
you
they're
can
seeing
now
here.
proceed.
Yes, let me finish. You said you.
I said I'll let you
finish,
finish.
so I'm gonna finish. So here you go. I really like it. You know, some of these HG IBO kits are not my thing, but I actually kind of really enjoyed slapping this guy together, and it helps them you have all these cool weapons and the ability to transform. So that kind of gets me interested in what we're going to see in the next wave of HG IBO kits.
Whole new season coming.
That's right. I guess I'll
Some
just,
new kits on the way.
Yeah. So speaking of new kits, we have some new kits to talk about building. They're not new because the way the schedule works this month, just how the calendar falls, tomorrow is a Thursday, which is normally new releases.
Right.
Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Which is normally new releases, but because it's the very, very beginning of the month, they're not doing it.
Usually that very first week,
Yeah.
unless it kind of falls, unless like the end of the week falls towards the end.
The Thursday.
Yeah, like later on, but right in the beginning, usually there's.
Usually they don't. They haven't even updated information on their site and stuff.
Right.
So the first HG kits and stuff will start dropping next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Which means we have to find something to do.
Okay, what are we going to do?
Well, let me tell you. We had some bear guys that we haven't assembled yet. And we have some figurized busts that we have not assembled yet.
Busted.
So I'm going to say, can you please assemble a bear guy?
Sure.
But also please assemble a bust.
Okay.
And I will do the same. I guess I'm going to be doing the milky white and the busty girl
Brown? Well, you got the super busty one.
Yeah, and seeing as we're doing this, one each, I realized that we haven't shown the panda guy.
Oh.
And I guess that means we can show the Mikazuki as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll split these up, but we'll figure it out. But we have some little things to show on our next episode of Gunpla TV.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to the bigger stuff and the new releases for next month. September is here.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that means we can wrap it up and we can call Ryan back.
Right. Okay. So it's time for me to sail away.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. Yeah, we cannot layer our voices like that. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Questions?
Yeah, you
Should
got
I
some
get
comments
into
there?
it?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
let's get right into it.
Gitty1. I hope someday soon we get a Zeta variant that transforms instead of parts forms.
We do have those. They're called MGs. If you get an MG Zeta, it will transform. MG Rezel, it will transform. Maybe the HGs, you get some parts swapping, but it's just the way it is.
Sid just told you.
There you go. We will have them. Yep.
Brooding bear guy. Wow, so it's
That's
like
a nice
an
name,
emo bear guy.
Emo bear guy.
Sorry, mate. Awesome show. Looking to buy some Geireru. Is that right?
Geireru
Gunso model kits from HLJ. Hopefully pretty soon. Also, has anyone had experience building the HGUC Psycho Gundam kit? I wonder how it would look next to the revived line of Gunpla.
The revived line of Gundam? Which Psycho
Sorry,
kit?
did I? Revived line? Sorry.
Which Psycho kit is he talking about? Can you read that sentence again?
The HGUC Psycho Gundam kit.
Does the HGUC Psycho Gundam kit?
Do you have one there?
Does he mean this thing?
Oh.
Remember this thing? No, you don't. This thing was kind of almost before the time of
But that box
Gunpla
looks
TV.
brand new.
I know, it's because we just got a restock of this baby.
Oh.
And this guy's timing is pretty good. This is HG number 49.
Yeah. Wow.
And it is a monster. Look at this. Look at the size of this
huge.
thing. And it transforms, right?
Man,
so
I love
how
that
would this look
design.
next to those other ones? You can find out now, but I think it would just look big. I think it would just look big. Yeah?
We all like to hear that, don't we?
I always like reasons to bring these big boxes on the show. So there you
I
go.
love that design.
I know. That's why it's Psycho.
Psycho!
Psycho! Okay?
Skizzy Summer.
Scuzzy Summer.
Scuzzy
Summer. My teenage years.
My guess is that Final Fantasy 15 is delayed for a launch release with the X1 Scorpio and or the PS4 Neo. It would be a great system seller. That's a good observation.
That's incorrect, though.
Hold on, let me finish before you jump on this poor guy.
I know.
Next month, you can witness the sheer terror of the MG Psycho Zaku. It would totally take 2 or more live streams to build that monstrosity.
Yes, the Psycho Zaku, as we just talked about, is... I don't know if we're going to live stream it just because it's so big and I'd get like one arm into it and then we'd have to stop.
I'd be there like, get out of here.
We'll do the full review like we did with the full armor and maybe the tips and tricks like we did with the full armor as well. Final Fantasy 15, you brought it up. Word around the campfire, actually from the producer of the game, he just said, rather than have this big monstrous day 1 patch, they were going to delay it a couple of days and just clean up the game. Not a couple of days, a couple of months and clean up the game. So it's going to be almost 2 months delayed. But hopefully it's going to be, ready to go as soon as you plug it in your machine rather than
But you
downloading
could be
3
right. I
gigs
mean,
of
maybe
patches.
they're also delaying it for the PS4
I don't know. I feel that they really held off on announcing that because it conflicted with when they were releasing the movie that coincides with it and everything else. So, yeah. The producer said they just wanted to clean it up a little bit. So.
Sid knows. Sid's a big Final Fantasy guy. He almost rugby tackled someone who had a free
Free game?
Free
Final Fantasy 15? Yeah, he's giving it away. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it was more like.
Yeah.
I was bad as well. I grabbed some stuff.
I got one game. You got like 8 DVDs. Or
Yeah, I took a lot.
Okay.
But I'm a hoarder.
Yes, you are.
I am very much a hoarder. You got to be very careful around me. Actually, talking about games.
Yeah.
So I played Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 beta.
Beta on PC, and it was fun. Looked really good.
Yeah.
It was just one map. It's World War One.
Yeah.
So it's quite different. No fancy scopes.
No.
At this point. Yeah. Guys on horseback stabbing you in the back.
Yeah.
That was just
Lots
weird.
of trenches? Is there lots of trenches?
Not as many in this map,
Okay.
but there are trenches. But it's just it's quite different. Like
Okay.
quite different.
Was
So
there artillery?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I could start complaining, but like the tanks are just OP. You can't take them out. But if you're in a tank, you're having a great time.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, really try it. The beta is free to play.
Yeah.
Have a go. I'd love to hear your comments.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, Joe. That parts campaign, man, I ordered so many kits because of that. Maybe I should pick up a few more before the campaign ends.
You should.
It's a good idea.
You know,
mate.
the stack of boxes we have with parts in it has diminished significantly over the past week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, the
You want
MG
in our parts
campaign has finished, so all
Yeah.
the folders ran out, like 2,000 something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Sid, do you have
Yep.
something?
I do have something now. I had a giveaway last episode 215, I think it is, and yeah, there's a lot of excitement for this kit, which both concerns me and confuses me. It's like
Does Fumina mean something else?
Well, it's
Because
just her name,
everyone's
but
like,
all the waifu
Fumina.
comments, the waifu comments.
I really got a lot of those.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we got those when this game.
It's a fun kit.
I've never seen the anime, so I don't know this character.
It's just a robot of a girl because the guy liked the girl, you know.
But she wears a maid outfit in space?
You know.
Sorry, just ignore
Gundam
that I
we're
said
talking
that. You just go ahead.
Comment number 51.
Her skirt fell off.
His name is Person. Some person won this. He says, "Great show. Nick Cage's best movie has to be Wicker Man, though."
Is that the one where you can see into the future? No.
Nick Cage's best movie wasn't like The Rock. Wasn't he in The Rock?
Yeah, I think The Rock was awesome. I think I was, National Treasure I enjoyed. Sorry, I'm going to stop playing with her.
Yeah.
Con Air for sure.
was fun.
Face Off. I mean, how can
Face
you
Off
get
was all
past Face Off, Face Off.
Nick Cage's best movie. After I was going home last week, after we talked about it, I had the Goo Goo Doll song from City of Angels in my head.
Oh.
Yeah. I
This
sang
part
it
of
on
the
the way
movie.
home on my bicycle.
Best part of the movie.
That's right. Don't make me sing it right now.
Yeah, please
Okay, so I have 2 more kits to give away, and we're going to kind of celebrate, the upcoming IBO Season 2 by giving away some of the older Season 1 kits. So, first one's off. First one, Gujian Rebake. HG.
Iron-Blooded Autumns. Actually, I was surprised at how kind of dark that...
It was pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're orphans in the war zone. Probably not all sunshine and lollipops.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. So one person's getting the Gujian Rebake,
I don't know what to say to
and
that.
another person's getting
I
Gujian.
mean-
So
I mean,
we
just
get
let's
the
pop
beige
this
boy
guy.
and
Actually,
the green guy.
I really like the color on this, and it's
Yeah.
kind of flat brown. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then here's his counterpart, the Gujian. So we got 2 HG IBOs to give away. And people are placing their orders for the new season of IBO HGs, we will be giving away the old season of HGs. So there you go, Ryan. Why don't you tell them how they can enter to win some
please
Gujians.
go to episode 216 on HobbyLink TV.
Yep.
Very important. Go to our blog
Yep.
and leave a comment there, and you stand a very good chance of winning one of these fantastic HG IBO kits.
There you go. That's nice. Really well done.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so next week, Todd and I have a special project to do. It's kind of a fill-in because the Gundam kits don't arrive until starting next Thursday.
Ooh.
So this week we had to come up with an idea of what to build. So you'll see it next week. Don't worry. And then of course we get into the September releases, the Scramble Gundams and the Quantas and stuff like that. So look forward to that. Ryan, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us on the internet?
Yeah, we're on the internet.
Yeah. You can find us on the internet.
We're an online store on the internet.
Yeah. The best
HLJ.com.
online store
The
on
best
the internet.
online store for hobby-related items.
There you go.
Please support us. It keeps the show going.
Mhm.
If you ever want to chat to us, we're on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and
Instagram.
Other thing,
right?
Instagrams, and yeah, just shoot us a question and we'll do our best to answer. You also have a fantastic blog.
Yep.
I think I mentioned last week. There's a
Yep.
lot of great content on there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've noticed the groups. There's some groups in there that perform like.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in there. Some fantastic builds going on.
Yep. A lot of people showing their most recent purchases, and then they show it when it's built.
Yeah,
A lot of excitement.
check it out. I mean, it's really cool.
Cool place to hang out.
But thank you for your support so far.
All right. Okay, so we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you guys.